Today we're going to talk about something I think a lot of us feel. This sense of being busy all the time, but also kind of empty. We're going to get past the buzzwords and really dig into what genuine satisfaction looks like in this crazy, hyper-stimulated world we live in.
So, let me start by asking you something, and I want you to really think about it. When was the last time you felt truly, deeply satisfied? I'm not talking about a quick thrill or being distracted for a few minutes. I mean genuinely fulfilled. If it takes you a second to answer that, you are definitely in the right place.
And look, here's the most important thing to get right from the jump. If you're feeling this way, it is not your fault. It's not a moral failing. It's not that you're lazy or want too much. The problem is that our brains, which evolved over millennia, were just never ever designed for the constant, overwhelming input of our digital world.
Okay, so that brings us to our first big topic, the dopamine deception. We hear this word thrown around all the time, right? But there's a huge misunderstanding about what it actually does, and getting this right is the key to everything else.
So let's get this straight. Dopamine is not the happiness molecule, is not the pleasure molecule. It is the motivation molecule. Its whole job is to get you up and moving, to make you want things, to seek and chase potential rewards. For our ancestors, this was an amazing survival tool for finding food or a partner. And this is where the deception comes in. The biggest dopamine hit you get isn't from getting the thing you want, it comes from the anticipation of it. The chase literally feels better to your brain than the catch. This one biological fact explains so much about why we can't put our phones down.
And it's no accident that modern technology is built around this exact principle. Every app on your phone with its little notifications, the potential for new likes, new messages, that endless scroll of new content is designed to keep you in that constant state of chasing. It keeps you swiping because the possibility of what's next is more exciting than whatever's on your screen right now.
So this endless chase leads us directly onto what we can call the high-stimulation treadmill. It's this cycle that so many of us are trapped in, even if we don't have a name for it.
Here's how it works. First, you seek out something stimulating, like your phone, to get a little hit, to feel good. But your brain is incredibly smart, so it adapts. That intense level of stimulation quickly becomes your new normal. Pretty soon, you're not reaching for your phone to feel good anymore. You're reaching for it just to feel okay. And then, you hit the most dangerous stage. You start using it just to escape the feeling of boredom in a quiet moment.
And the costs of being on this treadmill are huge. You find it harder and harder to concentrate. You feel mentally exhausted all the time. Our thinking gets shallower because we never let our minds settle. And maybe the worst part, our emotions get kind of blunted. Everything is so intense all the time that nothing feels truly special. And a calm, quiet moment just feels, well, boring.
So, this brings us to a really important distinction, probably the most critical idea in this whole explainer. We have to separate two concepts that we always mix up: pleasure and fulfillment. They are not the same thing, not even close.
I mean, just look at the difference. Pleasure is fast. It's about consuming something. It's brief. You get it from buying something new. Fulfillment, on the other hand, is slow. It comes from engagement, from contributing. It lasts, and you get it from building something, a skill, a relationship, anything.
So here's the bottom line. Your brain is built to adapt to pleasure. It's why the 10th bite of cake never tastes as good as the first. But your brain doesn't just adapt to effort and challenge, it grows because of it. That friction, that struggle of doing something hard, that's actually the secret ingredient for real, lasting fulfillment. Okay, so we've kind of laid out the problem. Now what do we do about it? How do we actually get off the treadmill? Let's get practical. Let's talk about 3 powerful levers we can pull to start building real fulfillment.
Our first lever is stillness. And to reset our overstimulated brains, we have to start thinking about silence differently. It's not boring. It's not empty. It's an active recovery period. It's like letting a wound heal. It's essential for an overloaded nervous system.
So how do you practice it? You start super small. Take a walk, but leave your headphones at home. Intentionally create moments in your day with zero input. No podcasts, no music, no screen. And yeah, at first, it's going to feel uncomfortable, maybe even a little agitating. That feeling is actually a good sign. It's a sign that the reset is starting to work. Okay, lever number 2 is real connection. It's a huge paradox of our time, isn't it? We're more digitally connected than any humans in history, yet so many of us are deeply lonely. That's because our brains evolved for rich, face-to-face interaction, and a text message just doesn't cut it.
What makes connection real?
It's the full bandwidth human experience. It's hearing the tone of someone's voice, making eye contact, being fully present with another person, without a screen between you. These are the things that create true emotional safety and belonging, things that digital communication, with all its misunderstandings and performance, just can't replicate. And that brings us to our third and final lever, purpose. Now, I know purpose can sound like a really big, intimidating word, but it's actually much simpler than we make it out to be. Purpose isn't some grand destination you have to find. It's just a compass. It's the stable sense of direction that guides you day to day.
And you find it by aligning your small, daily actions with your deeper values. When what you do every day feels like it's consistent with the person you want to be, your brain rewards you with a stable, durable sense of well-being. And you want to know a powerful shortcut? Find ways to help other people. It shifts your focus from what can I get to what can I give, which is a direct path off that treadmill.
So, in the end, it all comes down to a series of choices. The world will constantly push you towards speed, reaction, and more stimulation. The path to fulfillment requires a conscious, deliberate choice in the opposite direction, to choose depth over speed, presence over reaction, and meaning over stimulation.
And I want to leave you with this last thought. We expect fulfillment to be this loud, exciting thing, but it's not. It's not a destination you suddenly arrive at. It's something that grows quietly, day by day, in the small, intentional choices you make. It compounds. So the next time you feel that urge to just numb out and scroll, just pause, just for a second. That pause, that's where you take your control back.